Oh no, I'm live. Great. Hey there, my name is SuicideMachine, or more like my nickname is SuicideMachine. I'm a runner from Poland, and I will be running Alien vs Predator from 2010. Which is a bit probably confusing because there are multiple Alien vs Predator games. I'll be running Alien campaign on easy because, well, on harder difficulties it gets kind of, I wouldn't say hard, it's just kind of, the AI gets kind of inconsistent. So there is that. Oh no, it's Sui, yes, chops, hey. So I'll be starting a run in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, actually, yes. So yeah, this is Universal Predator from 2010. It was made by Rebellion Development, the same guys who brought us, for example, goddammit, Dread vs Death. So if you want, you can pause your Dreadgasms in there. And this is the Alien campaign. If you have played any of the Alien vs Predator games, you know that it's a lot of wall running on ceilings, and basically eliminating enemies one by one. Sadly, unlike earlier Alien vs Predator games, this one has a really heavy on hand-holding tutorial, so not much I can do in here. It's basically I have to do everything what they tell me to do before I can actually proceed. So yeah, the beginning is probably like 5 minutes, well maybe a bit less, of basically me doing the whole tutorial. What else? Oh yeah, the game is obviously kind of in a universe of Alien and the Predator, because they are like one universe, but time-wise it's much more in Alien universe, where, you know, the humanity can actually go and colonize planets, yada yada yada. So yeah, here is the first kill. And before I actually go and bite his head off, I'm gonna destroy the lights, so that's because that skips one of the tutorial lines, or sometimes even two. And yeah, I just bit his head. And for now I can use a tail, and then the game decides I cannot, because that's apparently heavy attack, so yeah. Jump on the ceiling. And then wait for the focus, attack from a ceiling, and a heavy attack. This is faster than actually doing what the game tells you about, because you basically drain the entire health before the game can focus on basically tell you what kind of attacks you're supposed to be doing. The last one is pretty easy. He actually has a weapon, and basically what I need to do is hiss at him and then sneak behind him. Come on. That opens the door, sneak behind him and stealth kill him. Well, kind of stealth kill him. And this is basically where the tutorial slowly comes to a close. Now they tell me how to use vents, and from that point, come on, let me focus on a vent. You're gonna zoom in, and then I can use it with a spacebar. Alright, so this is basically the end of a tutorial. And this is where the start runs, and it's gonna be really confusing. And basically what I did the last time, I tried to commentate, and I'll probably try to do it again, is basically commentate what exactly is happening on the screen, as in from which surface to which surface I'm jumping, because there's gonna be a lot of switching surfaces really quickly. The run is mostly about remembering exactly where to go, where to perform a switch, to which wall, where to aim generally, stuff like that. Yeah. Also, don't care about the plot, because the plot of this game is complete ass, so don't worry. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and run. Use event, sprint to the end, use event again, and we approach this console, use E. Basically we destroy the console, so that frees other aliens from, yeah, Vina holding, blah blah blah. Attack those two guys. If it was Alien vs Predator 2 or 1, you could probably skip all of them, but obviously this is a game made in 2010. God damn it, that's a mistake. There we go. Because otherwise this kills you. So this is a game made in 2010, so basically you have to kill all of the enemies before you can proceed. Makes sense. Jump into event. Jump through another vent. We go through here, destroy this energy cell, whatever, which opens the doors to an elevator shaft. We go through here, ignore these enemies, destroy the console, which frees the queen. If you've watched the Alien movie, you know probably what the queen is. It's basically an alien which lays off eggs so that there are many little aliens or facehuggers, and that was basically the first level done. This campaign has, I think, if I remember correctly, 5 or 6 levels. So yeah, like I'm surprised that some people like Angry Joe, for example, they took them like 22 hours to beat all of the campaigns. Like they are really not that long. Alright, come to here, destroy the fuse box. Here is a really precise aim to event, and it's really confusing to follow. Another jump. This one goes down to a bottom, and there is another vent, and then another vent, and then we switch to the floor and run in here. This one is really confusing and I really like it. Come on, jump to a ceiling, switch, like transition to a wall, and jump basically through this vent. Did I mention that this is confusing? It is confusing as hell. Also, I just had to look at the Discord, and it really confused me. Okay, this is another area where I have to kill some of the, well, basically all of the enemies to be able to leave, and there is not really an optimal way of doing them because their reaction is a bit random. Also, I'm low on health. That's not good. And there is the civilian. I'm just gonna kill him. Normally you can harvest the civilians, but this is pretty much the only point of doing it, is that you get an achievement. Okay, this level is done. This is one of my favorite levels, like this, which was Refinery, and this one, which is upcoming. These are like the most interesting levels to run, as again, it's a lot of switching between surfaces. And not really anything plot-wise to explain, because there is like no plot for this campaign. Well, overall, it's hard to tell this game has a plot. Yeah, this switch is really confusing because they switch you 180 degrees to a ceiling. Also, there is a civilian left of me now. It's right of me, like somewhere there, right? He sometimes runs in front of you, and since the opening doors is the same as harvesting civilians, sometimes you just harvest civilian. This one is a bit of a glitch. Basically, if you do a sprint, you can like run through the shaft unintended way, because there is a wind which pushes you down to a huge fan, which normally would kill you. But since you're sprinting up the wall, you're sprinting fast enough to avoid it. Okay, this level is done. Now, one of the least interesting levels. Come on, load. There, which is the jungle. I kind of hate the jungle, especially the beginning, because you're stuck behind this facehugger, which attacks this guy. Yeah. destroy this fuse box, through this gate, through this hole, and we run all the way to the other side of this huge area. Kill 2 of these guys. Come on. Jump on this, destroy this fuse box, jump on the floor, come on. Run, 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 run. Kill this guy. Now let's transition to a wall. Aim down. 1, 2, and the last guy is behind me. There. And this is done. And this actually opens the exit to this area. Which is annoying, because I would really prefer if I could just run outside, well, right straight to the exit, but no. This is one of the most hilarious examples of scripting. Hopefully I'll be able to do it really fast. So there is an alternative exit, which pretty much you have to use on harder difficulties. Yeah, and if you do it really fast, these guys just don't react to you, because they are in a cutscene. Or kind of a cutscene. So great testing their rebellion. Okay. So after killing them, you basically have to destroy 2 fuse boxes, which opens another door, or kind of weakens the another door. Actually, no, it opens here. This one. The entrance is opened now, and now I can use my ability to basically open this door and this door. This switch is actually done automatically, and now I'm gonna jump straight into this hole. Turn left, jump through this vent out, switch to a wall, switch to a floor, kill this lady because she has a smart gun. Smart gun is one of the most powerful weapons pretty much, and well, pretty much always in all of the Alien movies. It is kind of an interesting weapon, and I kind of love this weapon because basically it, to some extent, it focuses on enemies that you're looking at. It's pretty cool. Anyway, this is the last level of the game already, and this is the part this is one of the parts why I hate this run. So first, this jump is kind of finicky because there are 2 enemies, and the camera really wants to the targeting really wants you to focus on them. No, it's not an arcade version. It's Alien vs Predator 2010. And the reason why I hate kind of this run is because it basically finishes with a huge chunk of RNG, which is the fight with 2 predators and then 1 heavy predator. So there we go, down we go. And there are gonna be 2 predators on this arena, and some of my other small aliens, which are really easily dispatched by... Come on, stop jumping in here. Yeah, it's really hard to follow them actually. Come on. Stay on the floor. And now the alien is blocking me. Yeah. 1 huge chunk of RNG. And I was blocking, but he actually attacked me when I stopped blocking, so that sucked. Okay, so that's 1 predator done, or dealt with. Come on, that was stupid. What I optimally want to do is end behind him so he actually cannot attack me, but... and yeah, he can do that. Okay, so there's gonna be a heavy predator now, which is... well, it takes a while to kill, and after I kill him, it's time. So, 1 attack, 2 attacks. This fight is really, like, stupid on hard difficulties. Also, he's really... it's not that easy fight anymore. Not like with the other 2 predators. Come on. I don't know, I was blocking, and even the game told me I should block, but oh well. Yeah, but if this game wants, it can totally kill your run in here on this level. See, even the game tells you to block, and it still doesn't help. That was a block, and yeah. Anyway, the time is coming now. Behind, when I actually do a harvest on him, which is, oh come on, he actually managed to heal. That sucks. So yeah, this fight is stupid because you can do it constantly, like without stopping if he actually heals, and that can happen. Oh, yeah. See, there we go. And time. Finally. Sorry, that was kind of a crappy run. But yeah, this game is really hard to commentate on when you're actually running it. Unlike something like, I don't know, Deus Ex or something. So yeah. Yep. So
Hello.
Yeah. Yep. What? Fine.
How are you?
Fine. So yeah, I think I don't have anything to add, right? Unless we already switched to another.
Oh, we have time. We're absolutely unspecial now.
Yeah, I think I don't have pretty much anything to add. The speedrunning community for this game is like really small, and pretty much everyone runs, well, Alien campaign anyway, because the rest of the campaigns take forever and they have really much longer tutorials. So yeah, that will be it, I guess. You can cut me off now.
Oh, don't wanna say how you went into speedrunning or something?
You want to know how I went into speedrunning?
Yes.
It was because of a guy named Cotty. He basically did some runs of, at his time, he did runs of Hitman Blood Money. And that kind of inspired me to actually try this myself, like streaming wise at least. Because speedrunning wise, I did some minor attempts at levels. I always had something which basically, like, I always liked kind of the idea of beating the game fast. It's just then with Cody and stuff, I actually managed to find it as, you know, like a hobby, and I actually discovered that people actually share this stuff. So that was cool. And then one day he actually started doing runs of Hitman contracts. I decided to do it like myself. I went into routing. We shared together some of the strats, and that's kind of how it ended up being, like, basically mostly because of Cotty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, definitely a really cool guy. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't don't follow Cotty, you should definitely do. Also, I moderate his chat.
Oh. You could post his stream link in the chat.
Yeah.
And is this like your main game that you speedrun, or do you?
No, I don't quite have a main game that I speedrun. I basically speedrun whatever I feel like it. One of the biggest games one of the games which we basically took from nothing to an actual run was Arabian Nights. It was actually run, we actually basically routed with Cotty, and I think Mumrik, Momo, and a bunch of other guys actually helped routing it. But yeah, that would be something worth mentioning, like basically a game which we took from nothing to a speedrunning state. But yeah, I run a bunch of games. Deus Ex Human Revolution. I basically, run whatever I feel like running at the moment.
All right.
Recently, it's been first Deus Ex, because First Deus Ex is a really good run. You've probably seen it with Henki today in the morning, or actually yesterday for some people.
It depends on which time zone you live.
Yeah.
So do you look forward to any run that is still coming up?
Actually, what's the schedule now? Damn it, I actually closed the browser. Damn it. Let me see what we have coming up. Schedule. So there is this. Tony Hawk 4 and Dark Souls 3, definitely interesting titles.
Oh.
And I've heard that Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga is also pretty cool.
Yeah,
Although
I
it
really
seems
want to
pretty
see a
long.
Lego. We had one Lego Star Wars, but they already said it's tough.
Yeah. So I guess next one is I Wanna Be the Purple Zone, which I guess it's another I Wanna Be titled games. Yeah, so probably another torture platformer, and by Walsk. Yeah, that seems interesting.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much that you run your game here at the marathon.
Yeah, no problem.
And maybe next marathon,
Yeah.
if we're gonna plan one, you're part of it again. Want to?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Why not? Like, if I have time, sure. Because running in marathons is actually plenty of fun. So yeah.
So yeah, I wish you good evening or morning or whatever. Right now.
Evening.
Evening,
Yeah.
okay. Well, for us it's morning already. So yeah, have a good one, dude.
Yeah. See ya. Yeah.
So upcoming next will be I Wanna Be the Purple Zone by Volks. Doing an 80% run of it. And the run will start actually in 6 minutes, so we have finally catched up the schedule. And now we can do like a short intermission, grab something to eat, go to toilet, have some fun. Have some fun. Wow. I'm so dead. I'm so sorry. And yeah, don't forget to donate the charity. We're still trying to raise, our goal is 1,000 euros for the charity. If we actually can hit it, this is the main question, if we can hit it, all about you guys, if you're throwing the money against the heads of the children, if you want to support them. And I'll see you guys in 5 minutes with I Wanna Be the Purple Zone.